How's it going, everyone? This past weekend has been an eventful one for the gaming industry. We got our first look at Elden Ring, and we got its release date. Diablo Resurrected finally had its release date announced, and many new and exciting titles were shared with us for the first time. One of these titles was revealed at the very end of Xbox and Bethesda's showcase, and it was called Redfall. Redfall is being developed by Arcane Studios, who are known for immersive stories and unique gameplay mechanics. They are the masterminds who created such titles as Dishonored, Prey, and Deathloop, so I'm sure we can expect to see some really interesting mechanics in this title. As described on Bethesda's website, Redfall is an open-world, co-op, first-person shooter that takes place on an island in Redfall, Massachusetts, where vampires have blocked out the sun and cut off the island from the outside world. Players must pick a hero from a diverse lineup and try to survive against and slay the vampires. When venturing into the darkness, players will have the option to go alone or group up with 3 other friends for 4-player co-op. They can also try different hero loadouts and combine their unique strengths to increase their odds of success. Now, the vampires in Redfall aren't your typical run-of-the-mill vampires. They were created after a scientific experiment went horribly wrong, and they are still continuing to evolve. Some vampires will develop with powerful abilities and grow into stronger, more formidable opponents. In the trailer, we got a brief look at the Angler, who uses a psychic harpoon to drag players away from their team. To deal with such enemies, each hero will have unique skills that can be upgraded to fit your playstyle and will be able to outfit themselves with customizable weapons. There are 4 heroes to pick from, each of which have their own stories. These are the descriptions right off the Redfall page. Dev is an internet-famous paranormal investigator, amateur cryptozoologist, and an aspiring inventor. Armed with weapons of his own creation, he's on a mission to reveal the truth behind what's happening in Redfall. If he survives, he'll have one hell of a story to tell and the proof to back it all up. Layla studied biomedical engineering at the Redfall Technical University and interned at the ominous Avum Therapeutics research facility where something went very wrong. She says everything is kind of a blur. The last thing she remembers is waking up with a killer headache and wild telekinetic powers. Remy is a combat engineer, and a brilliant one at that. She's lived her life on the front lines of conflict, using her brilliant mind to protect her loved ones and help those in need around the world as part of an elite Navy rescue unit. Now, with the help of her robot companion, she's determined to help save Redfall survivors. Jacob is an ex-military sharpshooter sent into Redfall just before the sun went dark as part of an elite private security force. Separated from his platoon, now he stalks the streets of Redfall, neutralizing evil from the shadows with supernatural precision. Strange happenings on Redfall have left Jacob with a mysterious vampiric eye and a spectral raven that's never far from his shoulder. All of the characters look really interesting so far, but if I had to pick my favorite, I'd go with Layla. Her telekinetic powers look really interesting, and honestly, I'm just an absolute sucker for her hairstyle. Now on to what my initial impressions are of Redfall, and then we'll close out with the release date and platform information. When I first saw the trailer, I was getting Left 4 Dead vibes. A 4-player co-op experience fighting against vampires, some of which have unique abilities, but the game is described as an open-world FPS, which then had me thinking it might be more like The Division, where players go to certain areas of the map to complete objectives and collect rewards. And then I found out that it's heavily story-driven, and now I'm thinking it's going to be more like Borderlands, which is fine. I personally haven't been into games like Borderlands since the original, and I was hoping that this game was going to have replayable aspects to it like Left 4 Dead or The Division. But by the looks of it, the only replayability there will be is playing the game as different characters to experience their story arcs. So if you're into that type of thing, then this game should be right up your alley. It also seems like it's going to be a lot of fun to play with some friends, so if you've got any of those, then I'm sure that would make the experience a lot more enjoyable. As for the release date, all we know so far is that it will be releasing in the summer of 2022, and it will be exclusively on Xbox and PC. I would love to see what your thoughts are and what we know about Redfall so far, so be sure to let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe for more gaming related content.